Wake up!
The fight is coming. Are you ready for the fire?
We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat. And then we extinguish them.
Man, if Tyron beats Usman, I was like, there's a real good argument for him being number one of all time. Beating Wonder Boy, smashing Darren Till, beating Damian Maia, knocking out Robbie Lawler to win the title.
Absolutely. I considered him. I put him in that conversation.
Yeah, he's in that conversation for sure.
For sure, I put him in that conversation. Nothing but respect for Tyron.
It was nice to see afterwards. There's a video of you and Tyron's mom and Tyron's mom afterward. It is a beautiful video, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a tearjerker.
I let it go because I'm one of those guys. I never really sit and stop and smell the roses and things like that. I always have a chip on my shoulder, and I'll explain why that is. But I always had this chip on my shoulder with everything that I do. So I never really sit and celebrate and say, "Oh yeah, I accomplished this or I did that or did that." But I've known his mom. I've met her previously to the fights. I fought in St. Louis one time, and of course I'd seen her several times at his fights, but I was fighting in St. Louis and I was there early, and she was at the hotel. Tyron wasn't fighting or anything, but she just came to the hotel. I think she was just hanging out, and I got to sit with her before like all the fighters even came into town. I had to sit with her. I think we sat for a couple of hours, maybe 3-4 hours, just talking. I got to know her, and she was just such an angel, but at the same time, she's a gangster too. Like you can't, she was everything. And the biggest thing I could compare her to is if you ever seen that show for way back, it's called Touched by an Angel. Mm-hmm. And I forget what her name is. She's like the famous like black actress. And
do you remember that woman's name? Adele.
I forget her name.
What is it?
It was Maya Angelou.
Was it? No, it wasn't Maya Angelou. It was that. She was Maya Angelou status, how big as she was and inspirational. But that's kind of what I compare her to. And so we got I knew her, and Tyron obviously wasn't who I would have chosen to take the belt from, but is how long can you hold yourself back? Because being a champ, and Tyron said himself, there's a huge difference between being a challenger and a champion. Yeah. And of course, I needed to have my family in that argument. I need to get them to that status to where now I'm setting my daughter up. I'm setting my everyone up for better life forever, and I couldn't continue to hold that back. So yeah, it was unfortunate that I had to take that from him, and I kind of, in a sense, I felt like I was taken away from what he was doing for them. So when I saw her walking backstage, I just couldn't control it. I just let go, and I just couldn't help but cry on her shoulders.
It's a great video. What is her name? Was the woman's name?
The actress is Roma Downey.
That's her.
The video is amazing because she's hugging you and she's telling you congratulations, and she's telling you that they're going to be coming for you. So train hard. Yeah. And just like her attitude, man, it's beautiful, man. It's amazing her character that she handled that. I mean, this is her baby. Her baby just lost every round, and it was a pretty dominant victory by you. And for her to treat you that way afterwards just shows amazing character.
Yeah, and it
is right here. Yeah. You can see it up here. Look at her. She just embraces you, open arms. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Look at that.
That's your part. It's all good.
Amazing.
It's your turn. It ain't his time. It's your time. Be encouraged.
That's an amazing woman right there.
And keep on working because it's going to come for you. And you take it to them. It's all good.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And even Tyron, the way Tyron handled it's crazy, right? It makes me cry.
Something in the air over here. What's going on? Yeah, I got it.
Dude, I got it too. It made me cry when I saw it. It's making me cry now.
Yeah, man.
And the way she treated Tyron too, the same thing. I mean, she's just.
That's how my mom is too. So I felt such a connection to her because my mom is the exact same way. My mom would have done the same thing to Tyron. And it was powerful, man. It was moving, and because it goes to attest to how big the sport is as well. Yeah, like it's not, oh man, it's just a regular fight. You guys hate each other and you're fighting. No, this was a competition. Yeah, You know, this was two men that went in there for a competition, and one guy won. And, you know, and you saw the aftermath, to see the family receive each other, man.
People love that, man. They love when people put all that bullshit aside. I mean, you guys had a lot of trash talk at the press conferences, and there was a lot of that going on, but that sells tickets, and it's good for everybody, and it's natural and normal. But after it was over, it was nothing but respect, and it's what a lot of people think is wrong about the trash talk of this era, because there's an era right now, right? We're in the trash talk era.
Absolutely.
And some people are really good at it, and some people are terrible at it. But it seems like everybody's trying. I mean, Masvidal recently, when he just beat Darren Till, it was very interesting because, you know, his take on it before the fight was, why trash talk? Like, what are we doing? Why we're gonna fight? Like, what is all this bullshit about? Like, he doesn't like it. He was like, I don't like where this is going. I don't like where the sport is going.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I had to adjust to. Mm-hmm. Because I wasn't brought on those principles. I'm not, you know,
You're a competitor.
I'm not here. Yeah, I wasn't here for a salesman.
Right.
Like, people ask me all the time, why do you do this? And I chose to do this. Like, I'm college educated. I can get a fucking job and sit in an office and punch numbers and all that. But I chose to do this because of my burning desire to compete.